Hey, Timothy.
Hello.
Hey, do you know there's a big game coming up?
Really?
Yeah. Have you heard anything about it?
Like Monopoly?
Well, it's kind of like Monopoly, only it's like more like guys bumping into each other, you know?
Oh, I don't remember that in my Monopoly set.
No?
I think I'd remember that.
Oh, probably. Well, I thought that we would make a 3-ingredient recipe that might go well for a party or maybe for a game or just to have, for dinner if you want to make something that's more like an appetizer. What do you think?
Works for me.
Oh.
Well, what is it?
Well, have you ever heard of buffalo chicken?
Oh, sure. Well, I know of buffaloes.
Yeah? What are buffaloes?
They graze the plains with the deer and the antelope and all that stuff.
You're pretty smart, Timothy.
No.
So this is a 3-ingredient buffalo chicken dip. You can have it with vegetables like, carrots and celery. That's pretty crunchy. That's pretty good.
Yum.
We could also have that with some crackers. You could put it on toast. You could put it on rice if you wanted to make it into a meal.
Can you make it into a sandwich?
Yeah, you could. You could make it like, it would be like a pulled pork or a pulled chicken sandwich, only a little bit spicier.
Because it's from Buffalo.
Well, we're making it here, but that's where the original buffalo chicken's from, is from Buffalo.
With the deers and the antelopes?
Well, I don't know if there's any deer and antelope from Buffalo, but hey, I think that it works.
They could be on vacation.
They could be on vacation.
Okay.
That's true.
So, your first ingredient
is chicken. You're going to get 1 split boneless, skinless chicken breast. You're going to use both parts of that. We were lucky enough to get it buy one, get one free, so we're using one for the recipe, and then one we can have another time.
Oh, that doesn't look like a buffalo to me, though.
No, it's chicken. It's from Buffalo.
Oh! Go on. So, number 2
is you're going to get some buffalo wing sauce. You can use just regular hot sauce if you want to. We're using extra mild because I am a little bit of a wimp about spice. You can use it as hot as you want. You're going to use 1/4 cup of this.
And then we have number 3.
You're not counting on your hooves?
I'll fall over.
Well, your third ingredient is 1 brick of cream cheese. That's 8 ounces. If it doesn't come in these little bricks, then just get 8 ounces of non-softened cream cheese. You don't want to use the whipped cream cheese. That'll fall right apart.
That says Philadelphia, not Buffalo.
That's true, but it's not Philadelphia chicken. It's still buffalo chicken.
Okay.
So I've started out by cutting the block of cream cheese into about 1-inch squares. These cubes are just going to go right on top of the chicken. I've done this so that it has a little bit better chance to melt, that it'll distribute a little bit more evenly without me having to disturb the pot. It just makes it a little bit easier as you're going along. Into my medium-sized crock pot, I have added my chicken breast halves. I'm just going to cover that with the hot sauce. It's not very much, but remember, this is going to mix with any of the juice that will come out of the chicken, as well as the cream cheese that we're going to put on top. You can always add more, but if you've got too much hot sauce in your dip, there's not much you can do after the fact. Now I'm just going to add in all of these pieces of cream cheese. I'm going to try to get them somewhat evenly distributed around the chicken. Don't worry, it's not an exact science. And now I'm just going to pop the cover on top of this, and I'm going to set it on high for about 2 to 3 hours. If you're starting with frozen chicken breasts, I would set that on low and let it go for about 4 to 6 hours. After a couple of hours, you're going to just test your chicken to see if it will shred, because that's what you're going to do next. If you take a couple of forks and just start to pull it apart, you'll see if the chicken is tender enough to just shred up. It should pull apart fairly easily. It shouldn't fall completely apart in the sauce. You don't want to cook it that much because you don't want the chicken to be mushy. So now we're just going to shred this chicken. Like I said, it's best to do this with a couple of forks. You just hold down the chicken with one fork and shred it up with the other. As you can see, when you're done shredding up your chicken, it is a tremendous amount of chicken. 2 chicken breasts doesn't look like too much when they're just held together before you start shredding it. but as soon as you pull it apart, you realize that you're going to have a tremendous amount of dip, which is great. Hopefully that you have a lot of people to feed with this chicken. Now that we have this all shredded, we're just going to return it to the pot and mix it all together. Now, if you want to keep this warm because you're serving it immediately, you can just keep it right in the crock pot. Otherwise, you can transfer it to a dish and warm it up in the microwave or in the oven just before you serve. So what do you think, Timothy? That's okay, just keep chewing.
I don't want to talk with my mouth full.
Right, that's good.
It's very delicious and tasty.
It is, it's very delicious.
It's got a little kick, too.
It definitely has a kick. So this has the spice from the buffalo sauce. It has a lot of creaminess from the cream cheese, and of course it's got chicken in it, and who doesn't like chicken?
Not me.
Not you. You like chicken, and you like all of this. Very good. So this is great for parties. You can have it for dinner. You can just have it as a snack. It's really easy to make. You just have to plop everything into the crock pot, and it's ready to go. So we hope you like this 3-ingredient recipe.
I did. It was fun.
Timothy had a really good time. So if you've had a good time, let us know. Make a comment below. You can like it. You can subscribe. Do you know what happens when you subscribe, Timothy?
I forget.
Well, you get notified that there are new videos coming up. We make 3-ingredient recipes every Thursday. And I talk about long hair for men on Tuesday.
Well, I'm a long hair camel, sort of.
You do. You have a little bit. You have like a.
That tickles.
Sorry. And have you met George?
He's the cat, isn't he?
George is a cat, and he talks about good self-esteem, and he's here on weekends.
Oh.
Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you here again next week for another 3-ingredient recipe.
Bye-bye!
Yes? Yeah?
Guess what day it is?
It's Thursday.
What?
We do this on Thursdays.
But we shoot it on Wednesday.
I know.
That's why the joke, that day.
The joke doesn't work on when we upload it on Thursdays.
Oh, well.